The next diseases are from diseases from human origin. Although a freshly drawn milk is good for health, it is sometimes may cause disease. In the past, many evidences or epidemics have been traced due to the consumption of contaminated milk and milk products. However, modern methods that involve sanitary inspection and pasteurization have virtually eliminated this hazard. The milk is a great nutrient medium, very few cells of pathogen enter from possible sources, grow fast to attain large number that is sufficient to cause infection. Tuberculosis of bovine origin in the bovine infections or diseases from bovine origin is fairly common, particularly among children. Brucellosis is the most common, most often contacted with infected animals. The raw milk and milk products are the common means of the transmission of this disease. Q fever, uh, tuberculosis, brucellosis is another infection. Then septic sore throat is the infection transmitted from the human origin. These are some of the infections that are transmitted from human origin, and in this, some of the important diseases of human origin that have been determined by milk are typhoid fever, scarlet fever, diphtheria, septic sore throat, and poliomyelitis. The organisms may be transferred to milk by contaminated hands of the worker or handlers, by droplet expelled during coughing, sneezing, or talking, by moistening the hands with saliva during wet milking, or and in other ways. Typhoid fever. This is the disease transmitted from human origin. Many typhoid epidemics have resulted from drinking milk contaminated with the organism Salmonella typhus or typhi. Further investigation revealed that in each outbreak, usually only one dairy supplying the milk is responsible for the epidemic. The organisms were introduced into the milk by typhoid carriers or unrecognized cases of typhoid fever. Among the workers at the dairies, the isolation of such individuals resulted in disappearance of new typhoid cases in the community. Epidemics of typhoid fever have been traced to a lesser extent to the consumption of ice cream, creams, cheese, butter because of the improved sanitary conditions of production and handling of the milk and milk products in the dairy in the country. Such epidemics are to, rare in occurrence in today's life. Investigation of milk-borne diseases have been that body discharges of infected milk handlers are the most frequent source of contamination responsible for such outbreaks. The diseases so transmitted through milk include typhoid fever, dysentery, diphtheria, septic sore throat, scarlet fever, and tuberculosis. Scarlet fever or septic sore throat is the next disease. Both diseases are produced by Staphylococcus pyogenes, a pus-forming organism. Epidemics have been caused by the consumption of milk containing this organism. The milk may become contaminated by handler or by infected udders. Usually, a milker suffering from scarlet fever or sore throat infects the udder with the organism by contaminated hands. The organism rapidly multiplies in the udders, abscesses forms, and the milk becomes heavily contaminated. Such milk may produce septic sore throat and scarlet fever in person consuming the product. Next is diphtheria. The causative agent of diphtheria is the Corynebacterium diphtheria. The cells are straight and slightly curved rods and frequently swollen at one or both ends. They are non-motile and gram-positive. Diphtheria is spread principally by direct contact with human sources through either active cases of the disease or carriers. Although epidemic of milk-borne diphtheria are comparatively rare and few outbreaks have been traced to infected milk handlers. These are the milk-borne diseases from human origin and bovine origin. Now we will discuss about the microbial examination of milk. So how the milk gets contaminated, we have discussed.